they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come to my world. Kill.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Now remember, this is the number one defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
88.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Viking 18. Mike 91. I got you.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got a man, complete, and all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon.
Complete.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check, 42's the mic.
They'll run. It's Sanders. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on third and long. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
12 yards.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
That's the
but we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Dillon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He was taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll run here with Dillon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Second down and goal. Rodgers, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
4 yards.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have moved down in front. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Packers 17. Eagles.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Sanders tossed left side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The tackle made by Kevin King. A 3-yard gain on the
They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
With the score, Packers 17.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goedert. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete to Dallas Goedert. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Sanders.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT hoping to maintain their slim advantage. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run once more with Dillon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That's good.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
42-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
Rodgers pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 2nd down, Dillon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike's 49. Mike's 40.
Now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for his wideout.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Alert 3, alert 3.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
It's a game
as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game.
Down, Philadelphia.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete to Tate. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. And nothing but daylight ahead.
How you like me
and
now?
He's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
50 yards.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
Partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.